Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Part Where podcast, the podcast where three best friends talk about their love and hate for movies, TV shows, and the parts within them. My name is John Scott Massey, and I am here with
Megan Patterson.
And Haley Buck.
Perfect, and we are talking about Hunters this week. Hunters is in 1977 in New York City. A troubled young Jewish man bent on revenge is taken in by a secret group of Nazi hunters, fighting a clandestine war against a cabal of high-ranking Nazi officials in hiding who work to create the Fourth Reich. And spoilers ahead for this super fun season of this show. I love this show. I think I was the one who suggested we watch it, and it is so good.
Yeah, I did not expect to love it as much as I did. I'm not a drama person, and I thought this would be more of a straight drama.
Yeah.
But I adored it.
Yeah, it was really well done. Funny enough, my parents watched it together a while ago, and my mom usually hates things that are really gory, so that was something that had been told to me before I started watching it, because I didn't really have too many I knew it was Nazi hunters, but I didn't have like that many expectations. But yeah, it was not exactly what I expected, but in a good way.
Yeah.
For sure.
I really enjoy the kind of going back and forth between we're super serious about this and then like cuts to like the game show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drama trailer. Yeah.
And the trailers and it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like just being able to just flip flop and being like, no, this
you need a break. Like
you need a break in this show.
Yeah, I finished all of it pretty quickly, and I can say 100%. I'm a little bit emotionally exhausted right now.
Yeah, if you were not to get a break in this show,
it
would be much more hard to get through.
Yeah.
And it is so easy to keep watching.
It's like watching like a movie like Schindler's List or something, but times 10 hours. That would be impossible. Like I would die. You need the break. It's welcomed and necessary to like. And honestly, to keep the tension too. Like I think I would just give up. Like the tension would be burst because I would be like, no, I just.
It's storytelling. Like rise it up and then let them breathe. Rise it up higher, let them breathe. Exactly. It's the way they can ramp it up to the finale.
Exactly.
Let's get into favorite characters, guys.
Cool.
My favorite character in the series, like bar none, is Murray.
Oh, that's mine too.
I love Murray.
I wrote that down too.
Yes, I love Murray.
Yeah.
He's got so much going on, and you don't like you do get a lot of time with different characters outside of your main like Jonah and name escapes.
Meyer,
or
the
Meyer and
Millie. They named all these M names.
All of the M names. But you get the time you spend with Murray and Mindy.
Yes.
Is so good.
Yeah.
And there's so much just heartbreak that you see.
But it's also such like a I had them both. I was gonna talk about them both together because I feel like their story is really cool. But like it's like a really tragic, obviously, but also like a really beautiful like love story that they've stayed together through all this hardship and like like the thing with the little flowers and like the like I mean they have kids again, you know, it's not it's like and I mean totally understandable if you like go through that experience and you never ever want to do that kind of thing again, but it's like it's really beautiful and really tragic, their whole story.
The strength to move on together.
Exactly.
And for different relationships to religion, like Mindy clung to it. Marie said, I don't think this is possible anymore.
But he knows it's important to her, and the whole oh my god, I was bawling during his funeral. I was so not okay.
His funeral.
Oh my god. And I mean I get that they have to, if they're going to kill him off, they have to give us like more of him to like see it's the story and stuff, but they did a really good job. So like like
he also such nice dad energy to like help Jonah. Because even from the beginning you're like, Murray is cool, or not Murray, Meyer is cool, but I don't know, there's some narrative trickiness going on. I don't really know what's going on.
One is obvious.
He's his grandfather. It's weird. And then you find out it's a twist. But like Murray's always there for Jonah when he needs to be.
Well, and I feel like with Meyer too, it's kind of like he just kind of stops it. He like nope, I had a word and I've lost the word, but I agree with what you said, basically. Good dad vibes, good his tragic. Oh my god. a mess, but
yeah, his death scene is so powerful.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is so like.
I was gonna bring that up for perfect scenes,
Yeah.
but let's bring it up now.
Bring it up now. We can bring it up multiple times.
So sad.
Yeah.
Like the way he gets Jonah to shoo everyone out, the way he's
like, no, just go.
Jonah back, the comedy of him saying things to Jonah, and then the moment with the sun. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Other favorite characters, guys?
Okay, I have a really tough time with this because of how the narrative is structured. It's such an ensemble show.
Yeah.
Like, talking about any of them without the other, like even talking about Murray, we're talking about Mindy as well.
Yeah,
like,
you have to talk about Mindy.
Depending on each other.
Because like relationships and stuff are super important.
Yeah. Like honestly, that's like the thesis of the show is like our relationships to each other and death and like which
and the past and our history and
yeah.
But I actually really love Jonah. I love Jonah.
I love that.
I think I did have a big Logan Lerman phase because of the Percy Jackson movies,
of course,
which are bad, but he was good in them.
True.
And so we have the same birthday. But I
do you really?
We do, yeah.
Nice.
Jonah's an interesting character. He's kind of thrown into this world. You see his relationship with his friends, and like how there may be a darkness within him, but we're not sure. And like that culminates in him killing the wolf after all that and turning that way. Which we'll talk about that scene later.
Yeah,
yes, we will.
We will.
But I'm not normally a main character person, but I think Jonah's role is interesting as he like grows to be the leader.
Yeah. Well, this whole thing is him growing up. It is like, it is him just being
in, like the roughest way possible.
Yes. Yeah. Just
actually, maybe not the roughest way possible because we have actual Holocaust survivors in the show, also, but a very rough way.
Yeah. Learning from.
Yeah. No, it's very good. I'm where I stand with main characters is usually that I like them, but they're not like my absolute favorite, which is still true here. But I like Jonah a lot. Yeah. Actually, I can use that. Speaking of relationships, I also really like Ruth. I like getting to see her story. Yeah, and I like her relationship with Jonah. And the way they portray that like throughout the thing, because I mean she dies right away. But
first episode, less than 20 minutes into the series.
But she's there throughout the whole story, and I think that's very like symbolic of the way she's still there in all of their lives, and especially Jonah's like throughout the rest of his life. But definitely throughout all of this she's very present, even though she's dead the whole time. Which honestly like and we get to see all of her flashbacks. I love the flashbacks
and how she remains
so good
kind and like wanting to fight for justice.
No, I love the flashback scenes. And I thought the flashback scenes and stuff were really cool too. Just like all of them.
I think one of them is in one of my perfect scenes. Like there's one that still like thinking about it, I'm like I get chills. It's not in like a good way. It's just like it sticks in my mind about it. Yeah. But it's great. Another one of my favorite characters. It's another controversial favorite character. It is Travis. Travis Light.
Scott, you need to leave. Scott, please.
I love the twisted mind. His just, and it does also have to do with I watched an interview with that guy, and he's a very good person.
Yeah, see this poor guy, because
most awful person. He can't catch a break.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before, but I was like, it sucks to be him, because if I saw him walking down the street, I would have a visceral like physical reaction to seeing his face. Like, which I'm like, and that's wow, good. Imagine being his parents. Like, oh, you're in this TV show? Like, yay!
Yay! What are you doing?
By the way.
What are you doing? I'm a neo-Nazi.
This is completely off topic, but since it came up organically, I was sitting there watching the first episode, and my very first thought was like, how does it feel to be this woman, and you get like, or like you try out, you like are going to this audition, so you're gonna be naked in the shower, you're a Nazi, and then you're gonna get gassed, and you're gonna die naked in the shower. And you're just a fat
that's like, just how it's gonna be.
I'm sorry, the fat thing is like older, but like, you know, like you're just like a fucking Nazi that's gonna get gassed in her own,
in your own shower.
I just want to know what that audition, like what the
what
role
the audition
said,
was.
what it was like. What?
Oh my gosh,
get that part.
No, but I love the twisted mind and the aspect of it, because he talked about this in the interview that I watched. It is not that he 100% agrees with the Nazi ideals. Mm-hmm. Like he is on their side, but it's just to give his twisted brain a reason for doing
no,
this.
It's 100% like ego and like fueled by himself and his love of himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much. You know what we call that? A Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. I was gonna say that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what they all are. So,
but yeah, I enjoy the character, and I think just very interesting to watch the way his brain works.
I was counting down the seconds every time he was on screen until he wouldn't be on screen anymore. So if that says something about his effectiveness as a narrative device and as an actor, very good.
He's terrifying.
Yeah, super terrifying. I hated it. Would not call him anywhere near my favorite character, but
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's just where I'm at.
You. Okay. Anybody else have a favorite character they'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I want to talk about Millie.
Yeah.
Okay. I find her very interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm not a huge fan of cops and characters in general. But
right now it's not a very especially it's kind of charged.
She is an interesting character as she finds out how much crap the US government has done over the years. And joining the Hunters, and it looks like next season, presumably, she's gonna lead a team.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
That lady.
Whoever she chooses.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Which that can go so many ways.
Yeah.
Just the choosing of the team, because she could just choose the Hunters. However,
also if they're going to, or are they going to Britain, or they're going to Europe?
You're going to
Europe. How like? She's FBI, right? Like, what is?
Yeah.
Well, I think she quit. I think she's gonna have a new.
Oh, really? Oh, is that she? Right.
Congresswoman, yeah.
Right. Actually, she probably got fired. Now that I think about it, she had that whole thing. Yeah. I'm sure she's blackballed forever.
Yeah. But if she's I'm interested to see, and we'll get into this with season 2 predictions. Like, if she does choose to like form up with the Hunters, even though they have different like ways of dealing with Nazis at this point, like the killing and the putting in jail.
Because she doesn't know Jonah and Meyer and their whole situation.
Yeah,
true.
Right?
That's
like,
true.
No, she doesn't.
Last she saw Jonah, he chose not to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Travis.
I don't know if we're gonna talk about that later, but which I do have opinions about. But it's fine. Yeah, it's interesting because like I both like her and don't in different ways. Like I think she's a really interesting character for sure. But just like on a personal note, like I mean I think she obviously has like a complicated relationship with like honestly herself even, and like her place in all of this. Like I think it's very much a struggle of hers throughout the thing, and like trying to do the right thing, because obviously she wants to do the right thing, but like the difficulty with trying to figure out what that is. And like I mean she doesn't even know about the first detective guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like she has no idea that the guy that she spared the life of killed him and his whole family. So yeah. I think she's interesting. I don't know if this is for a part for where things went wrong. Maybe I should I'll wait on it. Okay. I guess I'll bring it up later.
Gotcha. Other favorite characters we have? Another one under mine, I've got Lonnie Flash. I love him.
I like his character archetype.
Yes.
I'll talk about him in a minute. You give your feelings now.
No, I like him. I honestly thought he died. TBH.
I did too.
I was 100% convinced.
Well,
I was like,
they set it up so that it really, like, they do a really good job, because they show just the hint of Sister Harriet, like, calling on the phone, and then they don't answer it for, like, 5 episodes, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then she's just still there. But I think they set up really well that, like, you know, and I mean, I feel like when she was in the room, I was like, she's doing something, but then I forgot about it. Like the timing was really good because I was like, I didn't even think about her. Like I did think about it, but then I forgot. I'm like, oh, he's dead. Like he's just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think his character is interesting. All three of us have watched How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, we have.
So I was sitting there and I was like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, he, not that he does a bad job or anything, but I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
it's Ted
okay. Okay.
Since we're on the cusp of favorite character and least favorite character, I did write him for my least favorite just because he's played by Josh Radnor.
Just because of that?
So mean.
He's a really good actor, but I'll never see him anything other than Ted Mosby. It's a sitcom actor. It's not his fault. I think he plays it well. I like the character in theory, but every time he walks on screen, I'm like, that's Ted Mosby.
It was hard.
He broke my heart.
It was hard a little bit.
I enjoy he is the right amount of likable to asshole.
Yeah.
Why he stays, which is why he stays in the team, is like nobody necessarily really likes him, but also you can't hate him. Like it's just, and I like his relationship with Jonah is just, no, I'm gonna tell you how it is. Like it's rough out here. Sorry. Like I can't say anything else. It is just difficult.
Yeah,
we're the ones that got to make hard choices, and I think he gets the point across better than most of the other characters, just by being blunt and not trying to save Jonah's feelings, just being like, no, this
but
sucks.
like actually talking to him, which like, you know, Sister Harriet could be blunt, but she doesn't even want to bother with Jonah. Like he actually like cares about, like, or like he like wants to like reach out to Jonah, but he wants to tell him like this straight up is like what's happening.
Yes,
like, and it's not fun. Like, you know.
Honestly, talking about Sister Harriet and Lonnie, like their relationship is one of the most interesting ones to me. I think every time they interact, I'm like, I have no idea what's happening or what's going on, or how this is going as well as it is.
Sister Harriet, geez.
Yeah.
Sister Harriet as a character confuses me, and I love it.
Yeah, they've left so much unanswered. Obviously they have plans. I get it.
Yes.
But I'm like, what?
What are these?
The fact that they bring it up, I don't even. It's like the second or third episode, I think, that she like calls someone in German on the phone, and I'm like, okay, and then they don't talk about it.
well,
so
it's
long.
Okay. So if you look at the German, the translation of what she says there, because I watched a thing, it's "God Save the Queen."
Interesting.
Right.
She's
however,
MI6?
but she is previous MI6. However, she also says something about the Colonel, which so if either of those,
do the subtitles for that not come up on screen? Like, oh really? Okay, because
they come.
They have the subtitles for it when you have the subtitles on, because I saw.
Gotcha.
them. Sometimes they have only it's something in German, and then sometimes I think they had it translated for that one. I want to say.
Gotcha. But it's talking about like the Queen and the Colonel as if they're the same person.
Huh.
Yeah. But it also
I don't know.
like a double agent type deal. But like, there's so many unanswered things that I want season 2 so bad. Give it to me.
Yeah. Amazon, renew it. Renew it now.
Do it now. Like, you've already got the name of Jordan Peele attached to it. Like, just do it. It will be watched by a lot of people. Do we have any least favorite characters besides Lonnie? I don't have any. I enjoy a lot of the character, like all of the characters in here. I think they're all very well done.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're well done. If we want to talk about people I hate.
Oh, well,
Travis.
Well, yeah. They're obviously characters you hate.
Yeah, on purpose. And I mean, all of the Nazis, of course. Yeah. But like, Biff. Ugh. Yeah, he just fucking left. He's just out there.
He's just out there going to Russia.
Yeah, why is he going to Russia? I'm like, that feels like a weird pull.
Because
I would head to South America.
No, because a lot of German scientists, when they were like dispersed and things, a lot of them went to America, but then a lot were taken by the Soviet Union. So I'm thinking he has friends in the Soviet Union that are like, we'll help you just get back into things.
Soviet government. That's interesting.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm a sucker for anything in Russia. I love Russian stuff.
That's why I'm excited for this next season. It's going to be like European. We're international. Yeah. Like we could go anywhere. which is super cool.
Interesting.
Because they're heading to Europe. He's in Russia, and then Joe
is in South America.
Poor Joe.
Give me Joe back.
Poor Joe. Joe didn't deserve this.
No, he did not.
Give me Joe back.
And it was so like, okay, one thing that was so out of the blue.
I was so upset. I legitimately was so upset.
It was just like, what is like his kidnapping? You're just like, wait, what?
I was just like screaming, or not screaming. I was like, I think I literally said what, like out loud, like, excuse me.
It's so out of the blue, and it sets up so much. It sets up so much.
Give him back.
Hot takes on the series if we don't have any other least favorite characters that aren't just we hate Nazis.
Hot takes.
Hot takes?
This is probably not a hot take, but a take. Yeah, Jonah should have killed Travis.
Yeah.
He should have killed him. Listen, okay. Capital punishment is very like a serious thing, like not like a, it's a complicated issue, I guess. And it's like a very, I don't think that's not really what I'm advocating for, but I think in like comics and stuff, like Jonah has had his whole thing with there is such a thing of like, be the better person, don't kill people, but like I also think Batman should kill the Joker. Is like, and I know that the whole point is that like he will descend himself into darkness, but like I like, honestly, at this point, if my life was this fucked at this point, I would definitely kill Travis. Like, I'm already in the dark. Like, I don't think there's getting out at this point. Like, I'm like, if I'm here, like, I don't want this guy to hurt other people, and he's going to hurt other people. Like, I don't.
He already has.
He killed your best friend. He kills the lawyer afterwards. He stabbed Lonnie and like left him for dead. Like, this guy is serious bad news, and
No, mine.
So, hot take. I think he should have killed him.
My hot take also revolves around Jonah and killing. I think he absolutely has the right to kill the wolf.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, for sure. That too.
I was there telling him not to do it, and I think the show is trying to say maybe he shouldn't have, but I think he should have.
No, he should have that one.
And I wonder, like, they do show Ruth saying not to do it, but I'm like, is it? Again, she's dead. So is it more that he thinks that she doesn't want him to do it, or is it that she really doesn't want him to do it? Because like everyone's been saying that she would want him to be the better person. So in his mind, I'm sure he's thinking like she doesn't want me to do it. But like, I don't know. He absolutely has every right to kill this man. Like,
kill the wolf.
And Ruth was hunting the wolf as well. Like she said she wanted to kill him for him.
So I think it's interesting, and I wonder, I don't know if we'll get an answer on it in like season 2 or anything, but I feel like it's almost more of a Jonah's mind rather than Ruth's actual opinion. It could be. Again, she's dead, so we can't ask her. But I think she would want him to, like, if she found out that he took Myers' life and body and was role playing as him for 30 years, like
I'm pretty sure she'd be down to do.
She would be down to murder him.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure. So
counterpoint to the
go for it. Yes, please.
I think he did. I do agree that I think he did the right thing. I don't think Jonah was in the right mindset yet.
Sure,
I think that was a big thing. I don't think he was ready.
It's definitely a rock and a hard place. There's no good solution.
Consequences.
There's no good solution. Everything, is bad. But
him killing him there, he's going straight to jail too.
Well, here's the thing. I think you should have shot him immediately after getting the gun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you should hesitate and let these people talk. Like, obviously, once he starts talking, it's like, oh, you're giving him what he wants, and then it's a whole mind game. But, like, you get the gun, you win the battle, just shoot him. This is like every hero movie where someone shoots someone from afar, and then you don't go up and shoot 3 more bullets into their head, like the big bad, and then they, like, come back for a sequel. It's fun for a sequel, but, like,
gravity
in real life,
double tap, baby.
Yeah. It would have had consequences that way too, and then he's stuck left wondering, about the fact that he did it, and he like can't take it back. But like, I think it's so much more dangerous to have him still running around.
It's definitely dangerous to have him
a counterpoint. And like if he had done it once Millie was there and like watching, then that's obviously that says that he's giving up his life even more like than just his conscience. So there's definitely a point there. If we want hot takes, that's
yeah. I get you. I get you. A hot take from me is I wanted a little bit more character development from Joe.
Me too.
Just a little bit, and Lonnie as well, but not as much because like he did get
some at the end.
He got a moment,
yeah. He gets moments, but like I want more of that. Yeah, I want more from Joe because like Joe, we were told this guy is badass. He's got he's been in war and has come out of it.
Yeah,
they I want more.
No, I really like Joe, but I don't think we see enough of him. I think one relationship that I want to see more of is him and Roxy, and specifically
they set it up. Set it up, and then
Yes.
Like his whole thing is like he realized that like he's killing children out here in the war. And so I think he needs like a child to protect.
Yeah.
And I think could be an interesting arc.
Yeah.
But now he's in Buenos Aires, so I don't know. I don't know.
He's in Argentina.
Yeah. Guys. I mean they set up that whole relationship, but then they also didn't talk about that like for almost the whole rest of the thing until like that at last episode and then the last episode. But it's I wish there was more of Joe.
Yeah, just a little bit more character development. Well, in 10.5 hours, I was hoping to get a little bit more. But like,
they're long episodes.
They are very long episodes.
Yeah.
But I think it gave us everything it needed to.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't necessary, but it would have been nice. I mean, they set it up so that he's on his own, so if he gets screen time,
I hope he gets a whole episode next season.
His own,
his own whole episode of just.
I'm very terrified.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God. Yeah, but
that season's gonna be.
Yeah. No, I like him, but he's definitely just kind of like.
Any other hot takes we had? Any other hot takes? I don't have any. I don't like. I don't really like. I enjoy that I didn't have hot takes, honestly.
Yeah. This narrative sucks you in, so you kind of like see what they want you to see. It's very interesting.
It's very well done.
I don't know if this is a hot take or maybe a potential like I just thought of another one. Maybe a potential like future season thing, but I feel like that ring that Jonah took from the underground bunker with all this stuff, I feel like that has to come up again. Like I know they made the story on its own is very like poignant and like good storytelling, but I feel like they have this like they set this thing up and I feel like it should come up again. Like they've got
it'll go somewhere.
But I don't think they needed to bring it up in this season, so it's not necessarily a hot take, but just like in general, I guess.
Yeah.
Hot take, they should have more now because I hate not knowing this fucking cliffhanger is so annoying. It's so
good.
Can you imagine if the show doesn't get renewed and ended there?
I will
throw a fit.
I will be so mad.
Yeah. No.
I'll write a letter.
I will not.
I'll write a letter straight to Jordan Peele.
That's unacceptable.
How dare you do this? Can we talk about some perfect scenes?
Of course we can.
My favorite scene, or one of my favorite scenes, I have multiple, is the introduction of Biff Simpson.
That's exactly what I have as my first one.
Yeah.
It's a really good one. It hooks you in.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, what's going on? Nothing's gonna invade? Is someone undercover? What's going on?
I thought it was gonna be kind of like, I thought it was like an invasion type deal. It's just like we're gonna have parachutes in or something like that because they're on the water, anything could happen. And no, it's in there. It is ingrained. And it's just so simple for him.
The switch from barbecue dad to I kill people for fun is instant and terrifying.
Oh.
God, that poor woman.
That poor woman.
That poor woman.
Honestly, and the hunters don't even know about her. Like, they barely know about her at all.
Yeah.
They
got her name at one point, right? But
I think so.
Yeah.
No, and then, like, anytime you go back to the house and he's just sitting there, bodies around him. He's sitting there doing the crossword.
The children's bodies just floating in the pool.
Yeah.
Oh. It gives you chills, and it is such a good way to get you into this show.
Yeah.
Just in such a sick,
it really
twisted
sets
way.
The like tone.
Yeah, it sets the tone for the whole thing. That is one of my favorite scenes at the beginning. Just him, just cold-blooded killer. No, bam, bam, bam. Like, you're done. It's so good.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
A very haunting scene. Like there's a lot of haunting.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. They start out on a bang.
Yes. Any of the like torture scenes with just them being just super like in on somebody about something, and it's
while we're on that subject, I do want to compliment all of the like minor actors in this show. There are so many like 3-line roles that have them like sobbing and going through horrible things that like these actors are really pulling it out for not that large a role, and I want to applaud them for it.
Yeah, they're really good. Any other favorite scenes we got, guys?
Yeah, I have just, it's like 3 scenes. The chicken soup scenes. Where he's first having chicken soup with his grandma, and then he yells at the waiter for not bringing him the right type of chicken soup, and then him learning to make it.
Yeah.
I think I'll even throw in when he's going through her cookbooks for information on the wolf, and
he sees it.
Yeah.
I think it's just a nice way to connect him to his grandma. Like he's searching for this connection with the hunters, and he's sort of finding it, but not in a way that is like comforting. Yeah,
and like he obviously has a connection with his grandma, but she had this whole like secret life from him, and he's trying to like, you know, connect with that, or reconcile himself with that. No, those are really good. I also just, actually, you bringing that up made me think that he's implying that the recipe wasn't already there, right? So that means that night she sat down, wrote it, and put it in the book. I didn't notice that before. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Those are good. I mean, painful, but like good.
Megan, do you have a favorite scene?
I mean, we already talked about it before. The one I had written down was Murray's death, and then the whole even like his funeral too, and like that kind of sequence of events. Like I was bawling. Like it was
R.I.P. Murray.
It was just very like, and I will say, while I was watching it, I was having this moment of like, if you know it's not going to work, get the fuck up and run and leave. But it wasn't like, that wasn't the story, you know, like
it wasn't,
and it wouldn't have fit the tone. But I definitely, when I don't watch a lot of these like Murphy's Law, everything that can go wrong will go wrong shows. It's not personally usually my cup of tea. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time on them, but like, so like generally, you know, my inclination would be like, he's that close to like being okay. Because like if Jonah was okay, if he had realized that cutting these wires wasn't working and just gotten up and run, since everyone's already out of the car, then like he would have been okay. But like it's definitely not, like it's not the story, and it doesn't you know, it's a satisfying story, but I was definitely like, no go.
It's not Murray's character, like he's
it's not
one that wants to protect people.
For sure. And like you know, not letting go is like a whole thing. So that I guess that episode, because it was a lot of that backstory and stuff was in that episode, right? Or was it the one before? I don't know. It's all such a flowing story.
Yeah, it all just goes through like a nice movie.
It's one
just
single narrative.
For sure.
I have 2 other scenes. One is just, it screws with me and it keeps me up at night. The other, it gets me so hyped for season 2. So the first one is the chess game.
Yeah.
The flashback to the chess game. That screws with me so much. But
it's very interesting, because I was reading the fun facts, and apparently Auschwitz was like, hey, this didn't happen. Maybe don't say things happened that didn't, because you're just gonna help.
I was gonna bring that up. Apparently,
very interesting subject.
The
like,
Auschwitz
how much fiction
memorial.
can you do in a real thing? But it is so gut-wrenching that like it's part, like
it is
it's useful in the narrative, if not life.
I was actually gonna bring the scene up, because it's very like, it's a very good narrative. I liked the whole chess motif that they had and stuff, and so it's very obviously like a very powerful visual and like message or symbol or whatever, but definitely it's interesting, and I don't think they weren't, like, they obviously care about the history and stuff. Like, I'm not saying that they don't, but it is interesting when, like, the Auschwitz Memorial is like, you know, maybe not. And I did read that they had consultants and stuff, so obviously they ran that by people. So, you know, it got through someone, and I'm not Jewish or anything, but it's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of carnage that you see, but Yeah, that scene's just so tough though.
It's like it's tough to see and tough to watch.
Yeah.
And just it stuck with me, and it's something that like if I think about this, it's like one of the things I think about is like just that, like just the panned shot of everybody on the chessboard, and I'm just like, that's not right. That's not something that's cool.
And the actors on that scene, again, like
they're so good.
3 minutes, and they're phenomenal. They're pulling out all the stops.
Yeah.
The other scene, it just gets me hyped for season 2, is that final scene with Joe at the table.
That scene pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It just melts my brain every time I think about it. I go,
I finished it, just a couple hours ago, and I was like, I like it ended, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And then I went in the kitchen, and my mom, who's watched it before, I like told her that we were doing this, and she was like, oh yeah, so what do you think? And I was like, what the fuck was the ending? What happened?
Why? And it just get me so hyped that they're going for it. They're just doing it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if the word hyped is even what I would go with. It just makes me like, I'm like, where is the rest? I'm like, the like demanding, give me more. I want to talk to your manager.
Exactly.
Like, that never happens. I'm not that person, but that's
Megan's
me. I need to talk to your manager and
this.
give me. We'll be a Karen about this particular scene. Wrap this up. Do not leave this.
Oh my gosh.
It's like they were playing chess and all of a sudden just like wiped all the pieces off the board and put like a dinosaur figurine there.
I was actually going to talk about the last episode. Kind of has a little bit of a tone shift from the rest of it, which is interesting. I don't think it's necessarily like terrible, but it's definitely like it's like a little more sudden than I was expecting for like the tone to just flip so much in so many ways. And I was like, like I know it's a finale of a season for a multi-season thing, so it's like not unprecedented or even like bad, but I was definitely like sitting there watching. I was like, what is like
what is happening?
What?
Oh. Yeah, so I love that final scene just for how much of a reaction it gets.
Yeah,
like
it's certainly
in the same way the first scene does.
Yeah,
that
like
scene also does as
and
well.
to bookend it like that, is just like you're getting reaction. You get reaction so many times just throughout the series of just like, no, wait, yes, nah, just the entire show. So it's very easy to get emotionally invested.
Yeah. Also, do we think Sister Harriet knew that she was still alive and something else is the queen that she was referring to, or did she really think she's dead? Because I feel like you need to go find the body in that situation, like with the car. Like,
I don't think
as another.
I think it's a different queen.
Meyer survived so easily. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I don't think she knows.
I feel like maybe she's talking about something else. I don't know.
Maybe
England.
I don't know.
Could be.
What if? It's a chess metaphor. I feel like they're still doing chess motifs, right?
Piece on
yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting. And I'm not sure. I don't know. They're obviously going somewhere with it. I don't know where it is yet. But yeah.
Any other perfect scenes, favorite scenes?
I do kind of want to talk about the title sequence. Well, I
did too. I had that written down. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting. Cool. Yes.
It's a very cool idea.
Yeah.
Title sequences are never like, they need to be better standards. I feel like sometimes like that one, it's just so cool. I'm like,
yeah. And one interesting thing is that everyone moves like a pawn.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
At one point somebody one of the pawns or like one of the like nameless figures on the like Nazi side, I feel like goes sideways at one point.
They do at the very end. I was hoping to point that out because it ruins my thing.
Sorry.
Maybe they're all
I noticed it because I was paying attention. Yeah.
But yeah, so like it's very interesting that like because neither side does have a lot of power.
Yeah.
Like even though they refer to her as the queen possibly.
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't move like a queen. They move like one by one till they meet each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're set up like pawns, right? On like a chess because they're like facing each other. Yeah.
Also, I was watching one of the episodes after Murray dies with my mom, and she's like, "Oh, did you notice his piece was removed?" And I was like,
What? Wait, is it really? It's in the last episode though. I know it is. Yeah, because I was watching. I skipped a couple of them because I left most of them on because I like the scene or the sequence, and B, I needed
You get time to go get a snack.
Not even to get a snack, just to sit there in silence.
Yeah.
But I did skip a couple of them, so I think I might have skipped the one right after he dies, because I was like really in the moment. But I watched the last one on purpose, and I know he's in it, so I don't know if that's just because it's the last episode or
I don't know.
Yeah, oof. I didn't watch all of them, so but I know he's in the last one. So.
Let's talk about where it went wrong.
Yeah.
If it went wrong. I think there might be one or two things, but let's see. What do you guys think?
Yes. I have kind of a point that I think it's an interesting mix of like a gut-wrenching drama and a action melodrama that makes for some kind of weird contradictions. Like, one thing they're very interested in engaging with is the humanity of Nazis. Like, here's this sweet lady. She has grandkids. You know what she also has? A box of human teeth.
Yeah.
Like, but then they also contrast that with, like, Biff and Travis, who are just kind of soulless monsters with no humanity at all.
Yeah.
So that makes for some weird things. And I think that kind of goes along with the chess game of, like, we want this to be as big as possible, but we also want it to be down to earth. And so I think they kind of have trouble finding their footing with that contradiction, but it makes it more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But it does leave for some weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, if something like that happened and there were just Nazis that have been chilling here for, like, 30 or 40 years or whatever, like, obviously they're gonna go on with their life. Like, it's I don't know, like, in that many positions of power and stuff, it's just wild. I don't know, but
insane.
Not that there's not Nazis in positions of power.
Oh well, yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I will say one of the things that I looked up, like, before I was even done, and then once I got to the last episode, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Is that I was like, I wonder if, like, just out of curiosity, I wonder if they have Jewish actors playing the Jewish characters. So I looked it up, and most of them are, but obviously Al Pacino is the major exception. Which is funny because I was like, oh, that's kind of, I mean, I like, but he's doing the accent and everything, and they, like, went off on this whole thing, but then you get to the last episode and he's not really
not at all.
So I was like, okay, maybe that makes a little bit of sense, kind of. But
on an interview with the writers, and the interviewer asked him about that, and they're like, yeah, he kind of feels Jewish. Maybe you should keep watching.
Yeah, watch the thing.
So that's an interesting thing. Definitely I was, like, halfway through and I was like,
yeah, it does, like, the casting does spoil a little bit, but well,
I mean, it's like when there's so much care, and, like, I think I saw something else they had said they wanted specifically, well, I don't know if it was just they wanted Logan Lerman specifically, or if they wanted a young Jewish American guy. But I mean, yeah, like, most of the cast, I think, from what I had seen, like, is actually Jewish or has, Jewish family or ties or whatever. And yeah, no, I thought it was interesting. It's definitely, I don't know, I didn't look at this. Were the creator, like, the writers and everyone, like, do they have Jewish? I mean, I know they had cultural people and stuff. He is, okay.
Yeah, main writer is. I don't know about directors or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, it's interesting for me. Again, I'm not Jewish or anything, but I wonder, like, for a Jewish person, is it, like, I saw some people, I had, like, Googled something, and I saw some people were like, it's really nice to see Jewish people in the position of taking their lives into their own hands and getting to kill the Nazis instead of being saved by, like, the white pariah who's killing the Nazis for them. And I was like, yeah, that's super cool.
That's cool.
But I wonder, like, is it traumatizing at all to, like, go through and write all these scenes and then, like, act them out, and, like, I don't know, like, I just think it's interesting, the whole, and it's, like, a historical, and it's such a major historical event that had, like, serious consequences and lasting consequences. It's interesting, and I mean, I think they obviously, like, embellished in areas, like, with the human chess game and stuff, but they also obviously, like, care, so it's just it's an interesting relationship between, like, the real historical accuracy and the fact that they wanted to shoot a bunch of Nazis in the face on TV, which I respect.
Which, there you go. A place where I thought it went wrong is setting up a season 2 without knowing if you're getting a season 2 yet.
Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't even know it was like a season 1. I thought it was like a completed thing. And I like got to the last episode. This is why I thought the last episode was so off tone for me. Because I was sitting there and I was like, oh no, they're giving me more. Oh no, they're not gonna wrap anything up. Oh no,
they're not.
Oh no.
They don't know if they're getting a season 2, but they gave us so many things for season 2 and I want it.
Multiplied by like a factor of 5 all of the plot threads that they have at the end, like at the very end, and I was like,
no, it's oh boy.
I'm so hyped for it, but I don't have it yet, and it's angering me.
On that subject of that last scene, I'm not sure how I feel about Hitler being alive.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I can confidently call it where they went wrong, but I am just so curious what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, it was such like I honestly, I was kind of like, where, like, what?
Well,
like she says Adolf, and then they like show the mustache. I'm like, what?
Well, when Biff and the Colonel have their conversation in that like empty room, he goes, "I want to talk to the general."
Right.
Talk to the guy in charge.
I did catch that, but I guess I just assumed it was someone above her. I didn't think they were really gonna go all the way there.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. But they did. So, like, I thought it was just like, oh, there's somebody else we just haven't seen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then they go like, no, it's still that guy. It is still the guy that you know who that is.
Yeah, well, and then like once I realized there was a season 2, I was like, oh, okay, they're setting up for like a bigger bad. Like if they maybe kill her right now, like, you know, and then no, it's okay. Well, I mean, it is, but okay.
And all the little like Hitler Youth children.
God.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Apparently, the writers have 5 seasons mapped out.
Really?
So, fingers crossed.
I'm excited. I hope.
You know what I do respect is going out of your way to get such a big name actor like Al Pacino and then killing him in your first season.
First season, done. Don't need him.
Love that energy.
I feel like big name actors want that though.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I want to get back to the movies.
Right
now.
Later, guys. So, you know, we don't know if a season 2 is coming yet. Amazon hasn't done anything to tell us if it is. But let's do some predictions for the next season or upcoming seasons. One of my predictions is I think we're gonna get a different movement from within the prison of a different. It's gonna be a different white power movement from Travis and Light.
Yeah.
That goes up against both the Hunters and the Nazis.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a whole different movement of just like.
I feel like I don't know if
like
it would be
the
against the Nazis, but I feel like it would be like to like change or like overpower, like put their own beliefs into it. Like that's you know, like which is I guess still kind of against, but like kind of like, oh, I'm on your side, but also you have to do things this way now because I say so and I have all these guys.
But so that's what I think. I think that's going to end up happening because it'd be interesting to. I mean, unless he just comes out with a whole bunch of new recruits, and there's just a mass prison break or something like that.
Something's gonna
rise in power.
Yeah, something's gonna happen.
What do we think? Season 2.
I think once they discover Hitler, I think no one's going to argue that Hitler doesn't deserve to die. I don't think the show will go there.
Yeah, no.
The main struggle is going to be, can we just kill him and get rid of him because we know we have the shot? Or do people deserve to like see his trial and see him?
Yeah.
Like, this is everyone's chance at seeing him die rather than just ours. And I think that's going to be the struggle.
Because it's not just like, not that the Nazi like doctors and stuff didn't do their bad part, but like if it's Hitler and everyone thinks he's dead and he's just been chilling in Argentina or wherever they are.
I think they'll probably like if there's gonna be like this, like we'll know he's gone and we'll know that he got justice, but like shouldn't everyone know?
Yeah.
That justice was brought to this guy.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And frankly, one of the most annoying things in history is that Hitler killed himself. I think we should have gotten to kill him.
Yep.
Yeah.
It annoys me so much. I was watching Jojo Rabbit and I'm like, I hate this.
Let's see.
I have a prediction that more Nazis will die.
Yeah.
Yay.
I hope so.
I also feel like they're gonna kill off someone important again, and I'm gonna be sad. I don't know who it is though. I don't want to think about it hard enough to decide.
Oof. Oh, I don't know.
You'll have a lot. Like they have to bring new people. I mean, I guess if they're going to like Britain, they can bring.
Or because there's only
wherever they are.
4 of them now.
Yeah.
There's only 4 at that table. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's at the end, it's Jonah, Lonnie, Sister Harriet, and Roxy.
Roxy, yeah.
Roxy, gotcha. Do we know where Mindy's at, or is Mindy just bailing?
She went to live with her children. They mentioned
that's right. That's right.
Lonnie's like, yeah, she went to go live with Amy and Ben.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I wonder if they're not gonna have her come back then, or like I feel like she's gotta. I mean, if they have 5 seasons, she'll be back at some point. But
she'll have a triumphant return somewhere.
Yeah.
With her kids.
I mean, I support her getting a nice little vacation with her children.
Honestly,
she deserves it.
Like, if you think about it, 3 of her her main friends, one turned out to be a Nazi. The other two just died. Like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I wonder. I don't know if there's a prediction or not, but I wonder if and how they're going to keep using like Ruth. Since if they're leaving, then they're leaving her community, kind of, so they're going somewhere new. So it's like, what is Jonah's relationship with his relationship to her going to be like, in the next seasons?
That reminds me of one of my other predictions. They're gonna go to Germany, right?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna find like maybe her hometown.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be
some good stuff in there.
Some interesting Germany episodes.
And some new hunters. I think we might get some new characters and I hope that we like them.
Yeah.
I hope I like them.
A fun thing that we haven't talked about, but just a fun thing worth mentioning. I do enjoy that he goes to a matchmaker to get his killing group together. Like, that's really fun.
That's cool.
It's a fun detail that they did.
I really like this show, guys.
Me too, yeah.
It's really well done.
It hits so many points for me as like a person who loves fiction but is also like a huge fan of history, and like seeing actual historical figures portrayed, like Werner von Braun, as well as Simon Wiesenthal, both actual people, is really cool. Is really like a cool thing to see.
Even the like stand-ins for real people. Like the female politician was definitely supposed to be Leni Riefenstahl, right? Like they're trying to like tell us all these things about history, about like doing a full like, hey y'all, the U.S. government.
U.S. government was a problem. Is a problem. So let's hand out some parts for this series.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give it a part for being able to take you out of the moment. Really easily, like between the game, like I've mentioned, the game show, and then the like, we're Germans in America, we're on tractors and things, like just for those, as well as the title cards that everybody gets when they're first.
Very good.
That's cool.
My favorites.
Those are very good.
And then just a part for just gritty storytelling. Just balls to the wall. We're going for it. Let's go. Kind of storytelling, and I love that. And one part for a real nice twist. A real nice hard-hitting twist.
Honestly, I don't know if it was because I felt betrayed or just because I was in a very emotionally drained state, but I was really mad. Like, I was just really like, and I mean, I was mad that it was him, but I was mad at the show for doing a twist like that initially. I think, now I've had a couple hours to process and I don't feel exactly the same, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you fucking do this?
I honestly thought it was a dream state.
I did too.
I thought it was a dream, and then they're not cutting to anything. Shoot.
Yeah, I thought the part, because they had done the stuff with killing with Mindy and Murray killing the guy in the basement. They had done those fake out things, so I thought maybe when I almost just called him Logan. Even when Jonah like grabs the politician and like stuffed him in the car, I was like, is this a dream? Like, is he just imagining that he's like doing this? Like, Yeah, no, and then they didn't cut away.
They didn't cut away.
It's definitely heart-wrenching and sucks enormously for everyone involved, but I think it does kind of fit with the theme of like Nazis can and will be anywhere. Like you gotta remain alert.
No, for sure.
Wherever you see it.
Yeah. Well, it's meant to piss you off. I was like in the moment, I was like, I don't even want to think about it. Like, we're gonna think about the rest of the show.
Like honestly, poor Meyer. You really,
yeah, dude. Ugh.
The real Meyer deserved better.
Yes, he does.
He did. Yeah, it's so sad. Like, yeah.
Other parts, friends.
I want to give it both a part for fuck Nazis and a part for fucking up Nazis.
Hey.
Yay. And then I wanted to give it a part for a good narrative flow because I just think, like we've talked about it, but I just think it was really good. Overall, the way they like weaved the story together was really like masterfully, like well paced and like well done, and yeah, for sure. Also, this is super off topic. I'm so sorry to cut off your part thing. We didn't talk about Booty's death, and I really quick. If I can jump back into that for just a second, that whole thing, they have that whole conversation about like Batman and Robin and the being a Robin or Batman or whatever, and then like I am Jonah, like this guy,
poor Booty.
Yeah, and he stabs him and tries to run. Like,
he stabs him. I was like, damn, he really did that. Like,
like he's so brave and kind. Yeah, like, I really like him.
Yeah,
Booty.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that scene up because I had been thinking about the scene for a while. But yeah, part fuck up, or part fuck Nazis, part fuck up Nazis, and part narrative flow.
There you go.
Okay, I have one part in a good way, because it's like a roller coaster where you're like, what's gonna happen? I'm so excited. This is so insane. Oh my god, the action is so cool.
Yes.
And then I also have part because this was so gut-wrenching and sad, and like, oh my god, this really like it didn't really but some parts really happened, some parts really didn't, but the parts that really happened hit hard.
And I mean the rest of it is just an exaggeration of what did really happen. So
it's made to make you feel, and it does.
It does make you feel.
Forced empathy, man.
I super enjoyed this series. I can't wait for a season 2. I can't wait for a season 10 of freaking Hunters. They could just keep going with it, and I would be so excited.
Honestly, they could. We got Nazis today.
Yep.
They just go through the present day.
Yep.
Oh no.
It's 30 seasons, man.
I mean,
man.
Honestly.
So thank you everyone for listening to our talk on Hunters season 1. We thank you. Please be sure to subscribe, follow us on Twitter at the Part Where Pod. Thank you guys. We will see you guys next time. We are going to be talking about The Witcher next time, and talking about The Witcher, we will have a special guest on the podcast next week.
Woo.
I'm not going to say his name, but he's a friend of all of ours. Yes, our friend Trevor Casillas will be on the podcast next week, and we are very
lied to the listeners.
I lied right to their faces, just like Meyer did.
Too soon.
I'm a terrible person. Too soon. Thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week talking about The Witcher.
Now listen, kids, we've all had a lot of fun here talking about killing Nazis, but now is the part where you go out and vote and protest and make sure that we get rid of the Nazis here. So do that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's been the part where thank you guys.
Go vote.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.